My name is Kendra Staver. I'm currently a student at UCSC Santa Cruz, and I'm very deeply hurt by these recent budget cuts. And I know that tomorrow our staff, faculty, students from all over the UC campuses are going to go to Sacramento and are going to fight to keep our schools public. Now, what are public schools? Well, public schools are like the UC and the UCs and the CSUs, and they're there by term to be free for every California resident, despite their ethnicity, gender, anything they want to learn, and it's supposed to be state funded. Recently, the state has decided, actually not really recently, it's been going on for a while, but only recently have people noticed that the state has decided to go in a private route for these schools. Tuitions are going up. They're going up at crazy rates. I know that there's a lot of students who can't complete their degrees because they can't afford it. Now, from 2001 to 2008, state funding for public education has dropped by 50%. That is sad. Education is very important for this country to succeed. Only those who know about, the democracy and how it works can be, and those who know about what's going on can be, actual voters, can vote. They know what's going on. They won't be stupid about it. The fact that, most people can't afford an education later on means that they're going to be less educated. There will be a less educated working force. Only the rich who can pay the now what seems like where we might be approaching anywhere from 30,000, which we are right now. We're expected to pay $30,000 to anywhere up to like a private school's amount, which could be, up to $40,000 over time. We can't afford that, especially in this economy. I come from a very low middle class family, and let me tell you, if I hadn't gotten the financial aid, I would not be here. And, it was my dream to become a teacher. I really want to give education to the world because education is very, very important. I feel like only informed people can make the right decisions. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there who don't want to have more taxes go to education. They want it to go to healthcare because they think that right now all that's important is that they get their social security check, blah, blah, blah. They don't care about the students. They don't think it'll, public education going down will affect them. Well, they're wrong. It will definitely affect them. I mean, who do you think puts money in your social security? Us. The working students. The students who are going to grow up to fund the health care. We're going to be paying the taxes. Would you rather us not make any money, not being able to afford taxes? Would you want, rich elite people be the only people who can get an education in this state, in this nation? It's not only California, this is happening everywhere, but in California, it's hurting a lot of us. Some schools, like UC Berkeley, are also they're allowing less students from California versus international students who won't even be here, probably. They'll probably go back to their country to make money. Because they can charge them more. They want more money from students. Now, where this comes from is the fact that the government is decided that education isn't important. They're not going to give us money. They're just going to decrease and decrease and decrease. Our classes have been completely cut. A lot of, departments are really hurt right now. Teachers aren't making much, and their classrooms are ginormous. They have had a great influx of students because there are less classes and less teachers. So we haven't even had the right amount of TAs. Our teacher has to, somehow fit all of us, into a section that's required by the state. And she can't, he or she can't hire the TAs anymore, which they need to, do these sections. And there's so many bad things happening right now, and everybody refuses to see it. The only people who do are the students and their families, and that is unfortunate because we are hurting so bad. And it's important, especially, for us and for the future generations, to have a good public education system where every resident, every, California resident can get an education. They can learn, they can find goals, they could become whatever they wanted to. So for example, I want to become a teacher. If it wasn't for the public education system, I would have never been able to have this opportunity to be what I want to be. And in America, I believe that it is very important for everybody to have that chance. Everybody should be able to become who they want to be. And the state and the federal level as well has to realize that an educated public is the kind of public they want. It's the kind of workforce they want. An educated public drives the economy. An educated public invents things. They fulfill their dreams. They become firefighters or CEOs, or they invent the latest, technologies. They're very important. And the fact that, we're not being able to get this access to education means that these things aren't going to happen. People won't be able to research new advances in, medical technology because they're not being allowed the right to be educated, and that because they can't afford it. And that's very sad because in 1960, the master plan is that the UC system and the CSU they're open to everyone, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from. And the state was expected to fund it. Now, we all understand, it's hard times right now. And we feel it. With the hard times, it's hard to get a job and it's hard to pay back those loans. A lot of students are having a lot of debt, and they're not even, 21. It's kind of ridiculous, but unfortunately, it only seems like the good way to get out of this is taxes. Now, I know a lot of people don't like taxes, no one really does, but that's what generates revenue from the states. And I don't mean tax the poor or the low middle class, taxing the rich, or, doing stuff like pretty much just taxing the rich. When you do that, you get a lot more money into the government, and the government can then put that money back into public services, such as roads or, hospitals, or, hey, education. If it wasn't for Prop 13 passing, we would have been on the 1991 route, and we would have been fine. But no, instead, we have the first time ever the amount of money to go to school, it's expected more to be paid by the student than the state. So now, for the first time ever, we're expected to pay more than the state gives for school. That's outrageous. That is outrageous for public. This is public education, guys. Public. It's for the public, for the citizens of the United States of America. Our founding fathers even, wanted this public education. It's for everyone. And now, it's not for everyone. It's only for the rich, and only for the high upper middle class, or those who were lucky enough to get the financial aid before it started to go away. And it's going to continue to go away. Thank you for listening to me, and I would hope that you support the advocacy tomorrow with the UC system, tomorrow being April 5th, 2011. Thank you.